Hi, this is Jared Polak, founder of Entree Results and author of Entree Balance. Looking forward to sharing with you another all-together helpful podcast on how to help you get better at business. Today we're going to specifically talk about the top 6 ways to more effectively and efficiently sell higher-priced products or services. Now, the problem is a lot of times with sales training and sales tactics, there's an overemphasis on shorter sales, lower price sales, and there's a lot of information from lower price sales that is helpful. But today we're going to focus on the larger sale, the sale that has a longer sales cycle. And although these 6 ideas can be helpful regardless of what you sell, I specifically am thinking about higher price products, higher price services with a longer sales cycle. Number 1 thing to think about is focus on objection prevention, not just overcoming objections. It is important to understand tactics to overcome objections. However, with higher price, longer sales cycles, it's even more effective to proactively think about the objections and proactively answer those objections before they're brought up. Essentially, it's not usually great to have someone have an objection if you can overcome it before they ask it, if you can have an answer, or if you have a solution before the objection is brought up. Number 2, more questions that bring up problems or pain, and essentially you're going to hopefully have a solution to solve that problem and pain. Now, asking questions in general is great, but I'm talking specifically about problems and pain. I think we can ask a lot of questions. Open-ended questions are usually better, but focusing on the problem or the pain in terms of questions is going to increase the likelihood that you will be able to provide a solution and that there's more of an imminent need for them to take action. We talk a lot about features and benefits. This can be a whole discussion, but I'm going to differentiate and say there's features, there's benefits, and then there's super benefits. Now, features, you don't want to emphasize. They sort of tell or describe. Benefits sell, though. Benefits are good. But I'm talking more about super benefits, and this is going to be helpful even more with longer sales cycles, higher priced products and services. So, for example, a benefit might be to free up time and save money. It's really important to emphasize the benefit, but a super benefit would be extremely specific with what the specific benefit is in terms of meeting the need of that specific client. So a benefit might be freeing up time and saving money, but a super benefit would be you will save 750 hours per year based on your specific situation, or you will save $375,000 based on your specific situation, which is going to obviously save you a lot of money or a lot of time. Number 4, emphasize the long-term value and encourage the customer to help them with specific numbers. And so as opposed to, say you have a product or service where it's a $10,000 investment, help them think through what's that going to mean over a 10-year period? What's going to be the benefit over a 10-year period? And that way you can get a better idea of whether the investment in your product or service makes sense and whether they're going to get a return based on the long-term value. Sometimes people just think about the short term. Also think about the long-term value. Number 5, focus less on being liked. The traditional way of being liked, the normal way of connecting with a sports team or connecting with something with a hobby or family. That's fine to do that. But focus less on that and more on connecting on a communication level, a higher level of communication. Do people communicate with numbers or do they prefer stories? And I use DISC, and I recommend DISC highly to be a more effective communicator as opposed to just the traditional being liked. And finally, certainly not least, always, always, always Always, 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 always know the next step. Have the next step, whether the next step is another meeting, whether the next step is you give a proposal, or the next step is they need to make a decision. Always have the next step. Go out, take action on these today.